still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt to maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to, but you hold on to me cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
We're here.
We did it.
Did we? She's still taking notes, putting stuff down.
Sorry. It's my life.
I know. Planning's not your forte.
Oh, I planned for things.
Oh.
I planned to be running late.
Well, coming to you live from the Sarah and Scooter studio
It
is the Sarah and Scooter
There's a
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I put a little sign up there.
Making sure my name still shows.
Yeah.
Welcome. Happy Friday. Hey,
Happy
hey.
Friday today.
Yeah.
Friday
Oh,
today.
You have your shirt on.
Yeah, I wore a shirt.
You have
You
that
wore a shirt too.
on. You have,
Well, I was trying to wear it last Friday,
Yeah.
you know, to like,
you threw it off.
I was all excited, but you're like, I'm going to fly home late.
I don't think that was the choice I made.
No, it was a choice.
It was the airline's choice.
It wasn't the airline's choice.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
They wanted a late flight.
Mhm.
So we all get free drinks and pretzels.
Yeah, that was true. She got home quite late last time. We were like, by the time the podcast would have been over.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen next Friday too, or next Thursday. So, well, we're going to figure this out because we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, yeah, because there's something going on. So welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone that's in the chat, chime in if you'd like. If you're just lurking, then lurk away. I'm feeling a little malacony.
I'm kind of toasty.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Sorry, you didn't request a fan. I did.
Also, I am also malacony, but I think I've been up since like 5. And I know I didn't really go back to sleep. So I'm tired.
So that's on you.
It
on
is
you,
on
bro.
me.
Yeah.
It is. I should have abandoned CJ at that stupid park today.
Yeah, because you knew he wasn't coming home.
I did know.
We know.
Well, no, it wasn't about coming home. I was going to give him a ride to breakfast. Because I told him I was going to take him to Dutch to get a coffee after senior sunrise. And then he was like, oh, couldn't I go to breakfast with my friends? I'm like, yeah, how are you getting there? He's like, can you give me a ride? I was like, so I have to stay.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's the story of our life right now.
Yeah.
Is not telling us where he's going and what's going on, and then we have to all of a sudden pick him up.
Yeah.
Or take him somewhere. I'm like, okay,
It's real fun.
we need to get better at this.
But
First, let's take a selfie. No, let's not do that. Oh my, mine's so far away all the time. I don't know
you
how
have
do
to
that.
walk by it to sit down. I poured it.
Yeah, but I do all the other things too. So I'm just saying that's the least thing on my brain
Oh, okay.
is pulling the shot. It's making sure the papers and all.
I mean,
stuff.
I poured the shot. You just have to pick it up.
You know what I mean.
Salud.
Cilantro va? A little
Cheers.
bit of
Happy
proper
Friday.
to get us into this
Just a baby shot.
this Friday evening.
Yeah.
Heebie-jeebies.
I know. I could use like some caffeine. I don't drink caffeine a lot. I mean, I have tea,
Yeah, black tea.
but I could use like a shot of espresso.
Yeah.
A monster.
I don't think so.
Just kidding. I would die.
I don't think so. I don't think you'd feel good.
I don't think I would either.
You'd be nauseous.
I kind of want to know what
and
it's
still
like though.
tired.
You think I'd still be tired?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Mm.
But we can go down that rabbit hole
Yeah.
if you'd like. If not, sponsors. Let's go into our sponsors, Lever Consulting. Check out leverconsulting.com for an introductory consultation. Just mention Sarah and Scooter sent you over there.
Yes, please. My turn. Mine is Urel, Yaya's Embroidery, on the Instagram. I
IG.
just sent her an order for some shirts that I need in a couple weeks. She's great. She does shirts and hats and basically anything you can embroider or put a screen printy thingy
Yes.
on. She does it all.
Mhm.
And if you mention Sarah and Scooter, you get 10% off your order.
What's the harm in that?
I know.
There's no harm in that.
And there's nothing more fun than getting a custom shirt that only you have. It's weird, but
it's cool.
people are like, oh, where'd you get that shirt? Sorry, it's just mine.
It's mine. I mean,
So
like I was talking to Jason Doobie just the other day. He was asking about how the chibis that he made, because he makes the chibis for our show. Our little peoples.
Yeah.
Little chibis. But I asked him, we commissioned him to do some chibis for your 40th, and then he was asking about the shirt, and I was like, oh, I forgot to even show him the shirt.
Yeah.
So I sent a picture of you
I'll wear it
over there.
soon.
Yeah, because it's really cool. It has the very what's it called?
Charlie's
Charlie's
Angels.
Angels
Yeah.
kind of esque. That's what I was kind of going for,
Yeah.
because it was 3 of you, and I thought that'd be cool.
I'll wear it on my birthday podcast.
Yeah. Are we doing on that day?
No, on the Friday.
Before.
Before.
I don't know if we're doing on that day, Friday.
Why not?
That dang Friday.
What else we doing?
You say that, and there's like, oh yeah, I'll be out of town.
No.
No, I'm just saying
I'm not.
I like to under promise and then deliver. Right?
Just have to put on a shirt.
For a podcast.
Yeah.
But if the podcast doesn't occur, holy smokes. All
Either
right.
way, on the 23rd, I'm wearing my shirt.
Yeah, but either way, also check out Yaya's Embroidery on Instagram. It's really one of the cool things that you can do is have your own shirt.
Yes.
Like,
Or beanie. Oh,
Yeah, just come up with an idea and you get one. I mean,
Yeah.
Keith's in the chat. He's got a beanie. He's got a Stern scooter with a kind of our little, whatever we call them, alt logos.
yes.
My time tabletop one and your little koala one.
A little koala. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at for our sponsors. Welcome to the show, and we're gonna get on with it.
Good thing. Can I say something?
It's a podcast, so
Keith
yes.
said thanks for always supporting scattered comic creators.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's. I mean, if I can have somebody design it that somebody I know,
Yeah.
why would I not? And at this point, I know enough. We know enough people that could do like a graphic design, whether it's in house with family, when it comes to Valerie, when it comes to my daughter Ariel,
Yeah.
all those types of things. So, and then scattered, either realistically, the things that I've ever created have been a former scattered person from Scattered Comics, or still with Scattered, because I've had, well, no, Kyron's he's with his own, Kyron Silva, he's with his own Taurus Comics.
Oh, yeah.
But he's local. I mean, he's friends of Scattered also, because I've commissioned him to do something when I made that thing for Carl.
Yeah.
Doobie's done a couple things for us. He's done like a screen for a world that we were building for Geek and Sundry.
Yeah.
At that one time, El Dorado Station, I think it was.
Yep.
So he built like a thing that was on Geek and Sundry, and he was part of that. Eli Beard, he's done he did tons of work for our very first published RPG.
He did. He was at our house.
Yeah, the music that you're listening to. You know, the music that you're listening to.
Little People.
What's that?
Which music?
The music, like our intros and
Oh,
our
yeah,
outro. Our intro is my nephew.
Yeah.
My outro was the DJ at our wedding.
Yeah.
His music. So it was like,
Should try to get him back next year.
maybe. No, that's not.
Okay.
Let's do a live band. Yeah.
Let's.
I don't.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll just hand out guitars. So good thing. How many you got? I got quite a few of them, and they're probably doubled up with yours. So why don't you just get started and take some of mine?
Yesterday was the start of preseason football.
Oh,
A round of applause.
I didn't know about that. I thought it was a week ago.
Getting better. No.
I thought it was like a.
I know you said it last week, and I was like, "Is it?" And then no, they sent me the email.
The NFL commissioner.
Literally, NFL.com sent me an email, said, "Here's all the preseason football. Here's how you don't get to watch it because it's not in your area. But if you want to pay us money and go to NFL.com,
it's insane how hard it is. It's becoming to just watch sports.
Sucks.
Like American sports.
Yes.
It seems like
I can watch rugby all day long.
that's what I'm saying. It was like it's getting a little bit confusing.
I'm about to just buy the NFL package again.
Well, I think that's what it's coming down to, because you can watch all of NFL, right? And I think that's why all these other stations going on to streaming and doing this, they're like, people, you're going to stop. People aren't going to pay for that when they can go to NFL and just get it all for about the same price.
And I can't watch an Eagles game on the West Coast unless they're playing a West Coast person.
Right.
On the West Coast. So it's friggin'
But that was normal growing up for me.
I know.
Like normal growing up, if it wasn't your core team or I grew up in Montana, so I got Denver and Seahawks.
Yeah.
And
Which is weird.
that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get any California teams. We didn't get, I think it was Denver and Seahawks. And then sometimes we would get the Bears.
The Bears.
Because they had a channel called WGN. I think that was Chicago. So I got, it was a Chicago station. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I get like the Cubs and the Bears.
Nice.
And I'm like, no. And then somehow randomly I could watch every Atlanta Braves. I became an Atlanta Braves
ridiculous. That's all you got.
baseball fan because that's all I got.
It's hilarious.
And I don't know why, but Atlanta Braves was was on all the time. Like if it was an Atlanta Braves game, baseball, it was televised in Montana.
Weird.
So weird.
It's probably still the same.
Random.
Honestly. All right, that's my first one.
Oh, good thing. I'll just put into, there's a couple things you were talking about last week we were settling in. Here's where I feel like we're starting to settle in. We're doing little projects. The microwave now has a plate that spins.
Yeah. It's a big deal. I can have popcorn again.
No, it was a huge deal. I can put stuff in there and it's not solid hard on one side and then cooked on. Yeah. And USPS as of today is off hold. We get it at our actual mailbox as of today.
Life changing.
It's been a month and a half of having to go down to USPS once or twice a week.
Yes.
Just for normal mail. Yeah, you don't realize how
much mail you get.
Well, you don't realize how convenient it is to just walk to the mailbox and get your stuff.
Yeah.
You take those things for granted.
Yeah. That was nice.
So that's a huge one. That's my settling in, like where I can do little projects now.
Yeah. Oh, see,
you know, like cleaning out the garage.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. CJ had his first day of school. It was so nice and sad at the same time. You know what's cute is that we were getting ready to leave and I was like, well, let's get the keys. He's like, are we not taking the picture? I was like, we are going to take a picture.
But it's by himself.
I know. He was by himself since, 2 years.
Yeah, last year and this year.
But this time he asked. Usually I'm like, okay, stand by the door so we can take a picture. And he's like, oh, okay. This time he's like, are we not taking a picture? We are taking a picture.
I think that's most teenage humans up until their 20s. They're like, oh, fine, I guess I'll just hang out with my parents. And then they get to a certain age and go, man, I haven't seen my parents. You know, it's like, you remember when, you know, we could go over there and eat and it didn't cost us anything. And no, really, like they always had like sparkling water or, you know, just those little things.
True. So true.
So my next big good thing starts off.
It's got layers.
It's got layers. First layer, 9-year anniversary was just this week for us.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We had an anniversary. That's what we did. 9 stinking years we've been married. And there was even a comment on on the socials saying, you guys have been together longer than that, right? I was like, yeah. I mean, 12. I think about a little over 12 years. Yeah. But she was like, slow your horses.
Right. Yeah. I was like, marriage, it's been a year. Calm yourself down. Yeah. We don't do that here.
Yeah, we both got married in high school.
Right. That's why we don't do that here anymore.
Yeah.
Do we talk about what we did on our anniversary?
Yeah, that was the layers. That was supposed to like kick it into the gear.
So we went
because I have a list of the things we did. Let's go. Step 1.
Got
a lift.
We got a lift in an Ioniq, and I was so excited about this because I have been having so many questions about the Hyundai Ioniq and how it works and if it's hybrid and what kind of car it is. And so when the guy came and get it, I was like, yes, this is perfect. Now, he was a very monotone person, but he had all the answers.
But he was a Hyundai enthusiast.
He was. And he had all the answers, and he had recommendations, and he talked about all the features in the car. It was a great ride.
It really was.
He was also from Washington. He lived in Washington for a while.
No, he was from Tacoma, Washington. Like, not just Washington, it's the whole state. That's like, I'm from California too. Me, San Diego. Me, Redding. Oh, we never run into each other. Of course we don't. But no, it's like from Tacoma is where he moved from. Yeah. So that was pretty cool to kind of like talk about
Tacoma things.
Very similar spots. Like we were talking about the Glass Museum, and I was like, because I was saying it to kind of quiz him to go, is he really from Tacoma? Yeah. And then after all, I was like, all right. This guy knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
Until
what?
Until he
said, well, Sacramento, I'm moving here in Sacramento because there's just so much more to do in Sacramento than Tacoma. And I was like,
that's what he said.
That's what the gentleman said.
Went silent.
I went blank. I was like,
what? I was like, you have to respond. You were having a whole conversation. Then he made a statement. Then Scooter's like, nah, I'm out.
I've got nothing. Because that's like one of the dumbest things when you're comparing two cities like that, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I've lived in both for about the same amount of time.
Or maybe because you lived in like a happening area in Tacoma. Maybe it's because you're not in like a happening area in Sacramento.
Tacoma's, what do you mean a happening area?
Happening.
Like you can you can drive somewhere. You can go. I mean, we're adults.
Yeah, but when you're in it, you see more things that are happening. Like you're like, oh, that's weird. There's like a thing going on at the park. I should go see what it is. Here, we're like, we'd have to Google it and be like, oh, something's happening at the park. Do you want to try to figure that out?
I just feel like Tacoma had bigger things. You know, like at least, I mean, they had a bigger pull. You know, there was always like big bands coming through because of Tacoma Dome, and we have the Golden One Center, but we just got that,
Right.
you know, not long ago.
Yeah, we had Sleep Train.
Again,
Think
it just
people-
didn't have the pull
Yeah.
of, you know, most musicians and artists have been going through Tacoma since like the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's a known place that's on the map. If you're going on a tour and you're on the West Coast, you hit up Tacoma. Sacramento's not always on the list.
True.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
But it's still, if it says Sacramento, it could be Wheatland.
Yeah,
be
but they
Hard
say
Rock.
Sacramento. There's
Like 4 different
broadened that.
places. Yeah, that
Like
they're
from-
about an hour away at most.
Yeah, that's a jaunt.
It's not an Uber,
Right.
you know, but
Yeah.
But Tacoma Dome was like, back then, it was you could bum a ride or with somebody else's going, yeah, something went right, got by
Oh,
my
I was like,
eyeballs.
what happened?
Had a tick. That was weird.
So Lyft, the Lyft drive was nice.
Lyft, like I was saying, and I have to say, even the ride back, the Lyft service that we had, which is not always awesome,
Yeah.
but the Lyft service, the good thing on our anniversary, Lyft service was very, very good.
It was only $7 there
No.
and 17 back.
It was-
I checked my
how is
bank
it
account and I was
7?
like, $7. I was at a credit or something. I don't know, but it was $7. I checked my
There's
bank
no
account.
way.
I'm telling you right
It's
now.
usually $20.
It was
Like,
$7.
A good deal is between $15, $20.
It was
downtown.
$7 there and $17
You had
back.
credit. You had to.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what it was. So then we went to Grange Restaurant,
Mhm.
which was good.
It was really good.
It was good food.
It's one of those things like I like fancy food and good food, but also I'm like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Can we go do something? Because I was like sitting around and having fancy stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it was, to me, it wasn't like I'm going to go back to the Grange. It was good, but it wasn't like I have
Well,
to have that meal again.
It was good up until dessert. And then you're like, she like, hold on. Let
That's
me get
true.
my judgment cap out, right? My judgment gloves and my judgment
Yes.
palette. And I'm going to find something wrong with this dessert.
I wasn't trying
Before the
to.
first bite.
I wanted to like it.
Mhm.
I love desserts. I wanted to love the dessert.
But it's a thing with this human here. If it's a dessert or a baked good, I liked it, but it could have had. It was too. It's
Yes.
never been. Wow, that was amazing.
That's
I
not-
want more.
That's not true. You've said this many times.
yeah,
and I have.
and it's happened to you once.
No,
You are almost 40 years old.
it's
and it
been
happened
more than once. It's been more than one time.
Name 2,
Okay,
because I said name 1,
yeah.
and it took you
Midtown
about 10,
Bakery.
about 10 minutes to finally get that out of
Midtown
there.
Bakery's chocolate cake.
Oh, so you've been thinking about this for days.
No,
now.
because we already had this conversation.
I know that's the one that's the
Yeah.
one.
Second one that I will get every single time, warm because don't get it cold. It's disgusting. Is the bread pudding at Yard House? Bomb
Really?
bread pudding. I don't know why it's because I think it's because they make a creme anglaise, and I think everybody should have one because it's so good. You don't need ice cream. Oh, bread pudding at Yard House is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of
So there's
all
2.
places. Okay, but that you didn't say that.
But
the
man,
other
I
night.
was so mad because one time traveling, I ordered the bread pudding and they gave it to me like they had just taken it out of the freezer and didn't have creme anglaise and gave me a scoop of ice cream. I'm like, why
am I
do I
supposed to
want a scoop of ice cream on a freaking frozen brick of bread pudding? I was mad. Thankfully, I had a microwave, but it just wasn't the same. Just wasn't the same.
Wonder how that
So
works.
then we did Grange. Then we left Grange, and it was like 2 blocks from Doco. So we walked like
3 and a
blocks.
half.
So we walked to Doco and did Tipsy Putt.
Yes, so they have. It's the same one the same owners, I think, even the ones in Tahoe.
Yes.
So it's basically serve a bunch of beer.
Yeah.
And some pre-mixed cocktails.
Yeah.
And it has what's the one on the table? It's just
Table golf.
table golf,
Yeah.
whatever. Which is basically like a
It's like a pool stick
pool
almost.
cue that's
Yeah.
modified into a putter.
Yeah.
So you do it on the top. We didn't do that one. We did the traditional putt 2 rounds of that.
Yeah.
It was light, fun. It wasn't super busy,
Yeah.
but that was right after we did the little speakeasy.
We did. We finally went to the speakeasy inside Tipsy Putt. So if you don't know, if you have a Tipsy Putt near you and they have a shelf with trophies, ask if there's something behind the trophy shelf.
Yes,
Because
it's
if
called
they
the
say
Trophy
yes, then you go in there.
Club. Yeah, if they have a shelf of trophies,
Yeah.
it's called the trophy shelf. There's a midge.
I just feel like you're having issues.
Maybe. There's a midge coming after my eyeballs. But no, it's was really fun. We only had 1 drink each, but it was the service there was just super cute
Yeah.
or something. Like the 2 guys were like
Yeah.
in their 20s and like we're best friends.
Right.
And it was just they're talking about orange slices and mixing this and doing this and I'm like, what is happening right now? I feel like we have positivity corner over here.
Yeah. I think it's because we're also the only like the 4th people in there. There was like
There was
one couple.
One couple. We showed up. We were the 2nd couple, and
Yeah.
then the 3rd couple showed up
Yeah.
a little bit. So there was, but they were just like happy, jolly little,
Mm-hmm.
and they made the drinks like high-end baristas or
Yeah.
whatever. It was like they were shaking stuff, making little designs
They
in
were.
the top, and I'm like, they branded your cube.
They did. That was really cool.
Yeah, it had a Trophy Club like brand.
On top of the ice
Yeah,
cube.
melted into
It
the
was
ice
gnarly.
cube. I was like, that was super cool.
Yeah. Highly
Uh,
recommend. That's our 3rd speakeasy since we've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Pretty
us.
dope.
I don't know if there's any more. Anyways,
There's got to be.
so we did Tipsy Putt. Then we went to Punch Bowl
Yes.
and we played darts. Oh, wait, let me say this first. Scooter kicked my butt in Tipsy Putt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not in darts.
Nah. But in Tipsy Putt, it was awful. I've learned that he's better than he likes to let on.
But I don't think I've ever played putt putt to win.
Yeah.
I like.
We also don't play it the right way.
What do you mean?
Like, we don't actually keep score. We're like,
Well,
either
we
you
didn't
win or you
this
lose.
time. It was like we just did W's and L's.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there like, but what I think was like, oh, now I got to follow this up. Like walked on first tee, smacked it, hole in one,
Right.
and I'm like, I am not that good. Like this is not something to expect from here forward. I don't know what happened that time. Second time was god awful on that
No.
same hole. On that same hole, I
think-
did
yeah,
like
that's true.
5.
No, we only had 2.
Now it was
There's
awful.
only 2. Because you won the
One
first 2 holes.
and then
both
another
times.
one I shot off into somebody
Yeah,
else.
he did.
Yeah. So I
He
mean,
did
like
leave it. But he still beat me.
we just go with wins and losses.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not trying to get a handicap or
No, we don't care that much.
what do they call it? It's something else too.
Don't know. Mulligans.
I
Throwing out
was
golf
trying to
terms.
give you a mulligan on one. You're like, nope.
No, it doesn't matter. So then we did Punch Bowl and we played darts. We haven't played darts. I don't know if we've ever played darts together.
Not together, huh?
Yeah.
Ever.
So that was actually very fun.
No, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like explain.
Explain. So it was pretty empty. It was a Wednesday. So I go up to Scooter's ordering drinks. I go up to the booth and I'm like, hey, can we play darts? And she's like, the girl hands me darts and a little like tablet. And I was like, okay. And so Scooter's like, what do we do with this? I'm like, I don't actually know. She didn't say, she literally handed me darts and a tablet
Yeah.
and said, go with God. So he's like, which lane do you want? So he picked like the furthest lane and nothing's happening. And he's like, are you sure it's this lane? I'm like, no, I don't know. There was no instructions. So then we look at the far left lane and that's where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, far left. I'd already done 2 rounds
Yeah.
of things that we're pushing on the thing, and I'm
Push
like,
buttons.
oh,
So then there's a good one and a harder one. So the moon one is the
there's
best.
like
darts
7
one.
different.
But the
things
ones
you
we
can play.
played,
Yeah.
the moon one's the best because it's just like play to what was it?
I
100?
think it's 200.
200. So you just throw darts until you get 200 or more.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing. You don't
Yeah.
have to hit 200.
Yeah.
The other one you have to hit exactly 310, which is
Yes.
a normal. That's a normal dart
Hard.
game.
But it was hard.
But that's a normal dart game. But the cool part about what it was was real darts.
Yes.
On a real dartboard, right? But it had a camera system around it.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to keep score at all.
Yes.
It just told you it's like bowling.
It was nice.
It was because every time I've ever played darts before that it was counted itself, it was the little plastic ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they counted, which was nice, but sometimes they don't stick in and you still get a point or you don't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But this one had camera, and then it also, when it wins, the camera goes on you.
Good dance.
No, and I have all those videos.
Okay.
That's why I kept putting in our email address at the end. You're like, just skip. But I was like, no,
skip
they're
it.
going to send us the video. So I have like 7 videos of dancing, and me, half of them me going, what the? Like, how did you got 75 points in one turn?
I did.
And I'm sitting there like 30, and she's like 70 some, and I'm like, okay, I got this. And you go, blap, blap, blap. Like, you scored probably 100 in one.
It's
and I'm
very
like,
fun.
I was like, gosh.
Yeah.
So I think we came out pretty even on that one. I think you beat me like 4-3 in
Yeah.
those games.
I agree with that.
Um,
And then we went to leave, and Scooter's like, well, how much did it cost? I'm like, they didn't ask for any money.
well, it wasn't that. I was like, I'm standing at the bar. I brought over the stuff, and I was going, hey, I want to close out. So I go to close out, and then we're walking out and go, hey, did you close out? You go, I don't know. I don't know if I left my card or what. That's what you said. I think my card's still there. This is on the lift back.
That's true. It wasn't, though. I checked my wallet. It was in there.
Because I said, before I said, hey, I'm going to close out.
Yeah.
But yeah. She went with something.
I think it was because it was like the last hour before it closed, and darts were like $5 or something for an hour. I don't know. They didn't charge us, but
whatever
it
it was is like, we cannot
We wanna go
suggest
back.
that enough.
Yeah, we want to go. We tried to go back the next day, and we're like, we can't go back.
Why?
We have stuff to do.
Yeah, we had to work.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Can't go every day.
So it was a very good anniversary date night.
Mhm.
It was one that we needed.
Mhm.
It made
was-
us realize that we like. I mean, we knew we like doing things together, but it's like one of those things of like, oh yeah, we do like doing things together.
Well, it's one of those things like if we go to a brewery, we'll sit down and we don't do an activity. We'll end up talking about kids, work,
Yeah.
something. I mean, which is fine, and it's really nice that we have those conversations. But it's one of those things like we couldn't really. Maybe we chatted about work a couple times, but nothing too.
Yeah.
I think at dinner we did.
Yeah.
Because Elise called in the
Right.
middle of dinner.
Yeah.
In a panic because her house is at 80 degrees. And I'm like, okay, relax. So I think that was kind of one of those, we don't just like hang out with each other, like we're friends.
Yeah.
Like really good, great friends.
You know what I would love to go do
Oh, see.
is go play the little basketball game.
No, where?
I don't know, because last time we played was Canada.
Oh yeah, at the back of that pub.
Yeah, that was the last time we played.
There was a hoop game in the back
Mm-hmm.
in Vancouver.
Was
Was that in Vancouver? Yeah.
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 That was fun. Ah,
That was fun.
love little games. Love mini games.
That was what, about a year and a half ago?
Already?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
It was the beginning of last year.
Holy moly. Time
Well,
flies when you're having fun.
Or,
Or you're old. Whatever.
or you're in Vancouver.
All right.
Tipsy Putt, Lyft Drivers, The Grange, Punch Bowl. 9 years, baby.
That's right. Next year. Oh, you're making
What
the
else
whole
you got?
table shake.
What else you got?
Okay. I have a work one. We're onboarding a new client. So we said bye to one and we're onboarding a new one, and that's exciting because it's growth.
Are you currently doing that? It seems like we mention that every week and it's still onboarding.
No. Last one was we were hopeful. This time it's
Oh.
in legal. So legal takes like 1 to 2 weeks
Because
because
we had like a onboarding meeting
yes.
canceled.
Well, that was, they had said, yes, by Monday, we're going to start assigning you work. And when me and Becca got off the meeting, we're like, there's no freaking way. Legal alone takes a week. They're not working on the weekend. So I was like, there's no way that they're giving us work
It
on
depends
Monday.
on what kind of legal you are.
They have, I think, the legal kind.
I was just like, some people need 24/7 legal.
Yeah, I don't think they do. So yeah, anyways,
That's why I
That-
don't have money.
that's exciting. And where you got? I have 2.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
No, mine was just a big slew of our 9-year night. Like
Aw.
that was my huge like list. That wasn't just one good thing. It was like a list of good things that just kept happening all night. So.
Yeah. So I had a very random call this week. I was out at work and I got a call. It was like 7:50 in the morning. And usually I don't answer anyone's calls at that early because I'm like, I don't start working until 8 o'clock. I mean, obviously. So I get a call from this lady that I had met at
Oh,
an
yeah,
insurance conference, and she's like, hey, I don't know if you remember, but we had talked at a conference and you were telling me about going 1099, and she's like, I think I'm ready to do it. Can I ask you questions about it? And I was like, yeah, of course you can. So we sat on the phone for like 30 minutes and she just asked me questions and like thought process and how she can negotiate her rates, if that's even allowed, and what equipment she needs. And I was like, this is so nice. Like, I am really appreciating this. And I just thought it was interesting. I told Scooter, I was like, I just think, one, I felt like, man, what kind of impression did I make on this person? Which was weird. But also I was like, it was so nice to have somebody reach out and be like, I have questions and I think you're the one to help me. I'm like, I am the one to help you. If you have questions about auditing, gotcha. Insurance auditing, let me be very specific.
But it's also, I feel like you and I are, I think that's why you and I do so well together, because I'm just going to swing to it. I was watching a podcast, and it, of course, like I do, I don't listen to podcasts, I watch them.
Yes.
But it was with, it was Bert Kreischer and Rob Lowe. But it was the statement, which we've heard it before. It's like, what was it? It was, the way he said it is, I feel like we never really regret the big swings. I think we regret not taking the big swings.
Yeah.
You know, you don't regret it, right? You don't regret the big swings. Even if you swung and you missed.
Right.
Well, like, man, I tried that. Just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten to that point in our lives is like, if you're not an artistic person or a creative person, still take a big swing.
Right.
Take the big swing. And I think that's where you have that energy of like, this person took a big swing.
Yeah.
And you're going, what's so funny is like, I think the statement when you told me, it was like, this person's been working for another company for how long?
20 years. She's been auditing for 20 years.
Okay, but working for somebody else.
Yeah.
20 years. But think about how long you worked for the state.
It's true.
Over a decade?
It's 10 years.
Okay. So, and you were like, just going to keep going.
I was.
Yeah.
Benefits were good.
I'm just saying, but the benefits don't outweigh the money.
Sure.
Right? Because you cap out and you cap out and you cap out. So it's the same kind of thing. It was like, take the big swing. And the big swing was like, work for myself. Okay, this is working. Oh my gosh, I'm quitting my other job.
It was.
You know, think about having a real job. Like anybody that's going to be an actor or a musician, they have real jobs.
Right. And
then all of a sudden they got to take some sort of big jump. And I think it was that last comedian that was on the podcast that you told me to listen to, because I suggested it to you. You said, oh, you got to listen to the most current one. I was like, cool. He got fired from his job that he was there 12 years. Bad employee.
Oh, it's terrible.
But the store manager and him, they went viral on some video, and the store manager had to fire him, and he had to do it laughing, going, this is so dumb that I have to fire you. But he didn't say that, but it was like, we go there, but they're still friends to this day. But they still stay friends because firing him was like the best thing that ever happened to him.
Right.
Because now he basically goes, now I'm wearing gold around my neck. And it was like, he can pay more than just pay his bills.
Right.
He's doing very well, doing something he loves to do.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like that big swing. Sometimes that big swing is you have to do something.
Agreed.
So that was really cool. And I think people see that spirit in you going, you did this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But you're doing it.
But you're like,
and
is it crazy?
And I think that the one thing too is like showing up to these conferences and things. When you're an independent contractor, most of us aren't there. Most independent contractors don't go. It's somebody who works for a carrier because somebody has to pay for your ticket to get there.
Right.
So when she sees somebody who's an independent contractor and she's like, but you're here. So if you can be here and like, this is your thing, why can't I do the same thing? And I'm like, you can't do it.
You can.
Okay.
It is a thing.
Last one. I got an email this week from United that said, Sarah, You have points in your account. Do you want
You
to
got to use them.
do you want to use them at Red Rock in Colorado? And I said, maybe. Who's playing? And they said, Sum 41. And I said, say less.
How can I click quicker?
So next month, we're going to go to Red Rocks, where Scooter's never been.
I've never been to Red Rock. You've only been there, never saw
Only
it.
the day.
Never
Never
saw
saw
a
a concert.
Yeah, never saw a performance
Right.
there. And I've heard across the board, there's like in the United States, it is one of the top 5 venues to just see anything at,
Yeah.
any concert at.
Yeah. That's why
Like,
I'm excited. Because I
so-
feel like it doesn't, I'm like, I don't think it's going to matter if we know all the songs, if whoever it is, I'm like, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be awesome. And
It's
it
Sum
comes
41.
And it comes with free food and drinks at the beginning.
Yeah, we can go in
mean,
early.
And I was
Get a
that many
buffet.
points. Yeah.
I was like, I don't care if it's just like hot dogs.
Right. I
Like-
like we've done that before.
No, we've definitely done that before. It's like, get a dog.
Yeah.
$7.
Yeah.
So
So it's like a free concert.
kind
Because
of.
Where were the points going anyway?
Yeah, but I mean, I think we had to pay for some for the flight,
Yeah.
but not much.
No. I haven't booked that yet.
But it's one of those things like, that's why I was laughing. I was like, had to have been 24, maybe 48 hours before when we had a conversation. She's like, okay, it's going to be August is one of
Buckling
those months.
down.
We spent $13,000 just to move.
Yes.
We were like, okay, let's just hunker down for a little bit. Let's relax. And then probably a day and a half. So do you want to go to Sum
It
41
was
at
basically
Red Rock?
free. You know, I'm like, if it's on points and it's not
No,
money.
but so I got this email,
I
and
got
she's
it. I
already
did.
traveled. She's not even home. She's like, so I got this email. So what was the other concert? It was either
Method Man? I think it was
it
Method
was
Man.
Method Man
Mhm.
or Sum 41, and Method Man was like now.
Yeah,
It was like
next
yesterday.
week.
or
No, it's
something.
next. I think it was August 16th.
Oh, that was like. Oh, you're right. It was like next week.
Yeah.
It was like we can't
Yeah,
plan
it was-
that quick.
it was
There's
too quick.
other things going
Yeah.
on.
I don't like September.
But I was like, I said September. She goes September 11th. I was like, yeah, just make it happen. Like what?
Yeah.
Who is it? And she
I know.
goes Sum 41. I was like, cool, let's
I
go.
know like 3 songs.
But I mean, you're gonna know more than that because they're 2000s pop punk.
Yeah.
Like you probably know more songs than that.
I've
You
been
just don't
playing it
remember.
since. So
Oh,
I'm
really?
excited about it, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that next month.
That was
so
my
I
last good
think
thing.
that's exciting.
I just thought it was, but I was mad at them because normally, and you guys should check your emails if you have like loyalty things, because the thing they sent me was like, also, do you want to go to a Cowboys game? And I said, obviously not. But then scrolled down a little bit and said, well, do you want to use your points at an Eagles game? And I was like, yes, I do.
Click.
And it was sold out. And I was like, well, F you. But now I have to pay more attention because if it pops up again, I still have points.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to Philly in December.
Yeah, we're going there anyways. We always try and go to the game.
I'm still going to try to go no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be that good this year, honestly. So tickets should be less
You
expensive.
don't know.
Yes, I do.
How do you know?
I lived last year.
What do you mean you lived last year?
We saw last year. Last year was a friggin' train wreck.
Doesn't. Okay.
I'm telling you right now, I think tickets are still going to be inexpensive.
You're putting that in your.
I love my
You're like,
team.
I want my team to suck,
it's like,
so the tickets
Hands
are
up.
cheaper.
I love my team.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, obviously. I don't want it to rain, but I do know how they've been playing. So,
Oh. All right.
anyway,
All right.
talking about good things.
A lot of good things.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Oh no.
What? What'd you do?
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
I forgot what,
What
was
was it?
next.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, it's literally on the paper. I put it that way so that you can remember.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. The talent is in the building.
I just want to punch him in the face.
That's why I got a bigger table. We got a bigger table and a bigger studio, so she can't reach me. She can throw stuff at me, and I only keep soft things on her side.
It's true.
No, it's not true. There's the same stuff. Oh, board games over there now.
Yeah. I only have one. And
I-
it's non-travel.
You go with it. You just take it.
Do you not have any rants?
I'm gonna get there.
You could bounce off mine.
No,
So here's the
because
thing.
yours are always. It's like I feel like it's travel rant.
It's not travel rant. So I unfortunately had to go to Safeway today. And I just don't understand people who just don't give an F in grocery stores. Like, there was and I was trying so hard to be patient. I mean, I think I was, but probably not as hard as I think I was. But the guy was like squinting and pushing his cart in the middle of the thing, trying to read all the signs. And I kept, in my head, I said, move, B! Like, why can't you pull over to stop and read the signs? Why are you consistently hanging out in the middle of the aisle trying to read the signs? Like, we don't all have things, like, you're the only person in this friggin' store.
That's why Instacart exists.
I wasn't even like rushed. I was just annoyed. And I'm like, sir, I get it. You're a little older in age and you're squinting to see the signs. Pull over. Like, just pull over the cart.
I think there's a song. Was it Will Smith's You Saw My Blinker?
Yeah, and I don't know, I don't get the same like road rage in Sprouts. I just don't. But there's something about Safeway that makes me have aisle road rage. That's why I don't go to Walmart either.
Oh, that's. But I think we said this off camera. We were talking like the Safeway here when we moved here was the place to
It
go.
was so nice.
No, it was the place to go.
Yeah.
You know, you walked in there. It was clean. People are greeting you. Everything,
Yeah.
and a decade later,
It's rough.
I'd rather go to Walmart.
Nah.
Not for the quality of products,
Rather starve.
but my goodness. At
yeah.
least over at Walmart, you get like a car show.
Yeah, and
You have all the hoopties outside.
It's also just annoying when everything's behind bars and you have to have an attendant come help you for everything. I'm just like,
Target's like that now too.
I know. I just can't. What I tell you, I can't be bothered.
The climate of humanity is there. I think is
that's the issue.
Yeah.
People just stealing whatever they want
Just
because
random.
they're not going to get punished. I mean, it's California, so literally they can steal whatever they want and you can't stop them. You could just be like, I see you stealing stuff. And they're like, and then they walk out the store. So, I mean, I get it. It's just so annoying.
No,
It's
super
just the people who just don't care.
Yeah,
And
I agree
have
with that.
no F's to give. I was at In-N-Out the other day. Last week, I think. And there was a mom and a kid and the dad. And they gave us water cups. And there's only one station to get water from. And the mom was like rinsing out the kid's cup. And then she was filling up her cup. And then she filled up the dad's cup. And then she just stood there. And I was like, I just move. That's what I wanted to say.
But I have to say, there's a mentality, and I've said this before, is like there's a strange mentality. I don't know if it, and all I can say is for the West Coast. I feel like as you go more south on the West Coast, there's less give a crap about the other person next to you.
I don't know. Sacramento's friggin' high, man.
Yeah, but LA, I mean,
I've had it worse in Sacramento than it's been in
I
LA
could
or
see-
San Diego.
recently. Yeah, for sure. I could see that. But I was just like, I feel like there's this, it's not entitlement. It's more of like the world. My world is the world,
Right.
you know, and there's no, because that's the worst. I have 1,000 pet peeves, and that's rounding down
Yeah.
by the nearest 5 million. But standing in hallways, blocking entryways, having conversations in small spaces to where everybody has to walk through is like,
Yeah.
it's not being aware of your surroundings is probably that's really high on my list.
The guy at the post office today got his mail from the little door and then stood in the entranceway for the people to get that other little room and just stood there. And I was like, there's a whole bench you could sit on to review your mail.
No, there's 2 rooms.
Right.
Like,
But he stood literally in front of the door to get into the other room. And then people are like, and he's like, oh, excuse me. I'm like, no, it's not
Move.
excuse you. Move.
yeah, just move. There's no. Yeah, we can't.
Keith said our Target has men's briefs and socks locked up. I don't understand.
Well,
Why are people so annoying? Not
men's
Target's
briefs.
fault.
What is it? Men's briefs
And
what?
socks.
And socks.
I mean, they are pricey, but
Well, it's also because I think there's an uptick in men's OnlyFans. So the whole panty snatching is more, what do they call it? Boxer snatching now? Brief snatching?
I don't like it.
I'm just saying, might be an OnlyFans sub the subreddit, right?
I
But
was
what's
like,
the sub? I don't know.
Fan?
Because I don't know. It's got to be a category
Oh,
in OnlyFans.
don't want to know. All right, just think of a rant. Are you?
I know. Well, I want to talk about it. You can pour a shot and get a beer if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
For me. Thanks.
Yes. Yes, client.
You were gonna say something else, huh? That was good. That was good. Real talk. Here's something I was talking to Sarah about the other day. Is there's something, I don't know if it has to do with Sarah and I have had some very heated discussions over the last like 6 months. And when we say heated, like tempers flared. We're angry. We don't say too mean of things, but it's like we're angry, we're disappointed, we're frustrated. We've been going to therapy for I think 6 months or so, like that. Because I have a condition that's they call it bipolar, manic depressant, whatever. It's been forever, but I feel like recently I've found I'm not as manic and I'm not as high or not as low as I have been for a while. So I really have to say, like, the rants are, I have normal rants, like people being in my way or pet peeves or something stupid, like somebody taking my parking spot. But realistically, it's probably happened to me this week. But I honestly just didn't notice it. It hasn't been something that's gotten my briefs in a bunch. So you have to lock them up at Target. It's been one of those things. It has not been a thing just this last week. I'm not saying I'm on a high or a low. It's been just, and I said this like a few days ago, right? I said on Tuesday or Wednesday, I was like, I feel like just good.
Yeah.
I feel, what was the word I used?
I don't remember.
No, you weren't listening.
That's not true. You say a lot of words.
So never mind. Here's my rant. My
There it is.
wife
Friggin'
doesn't listen to me. She hears the words, she hears my intentions, but doesn't hear the actual words. No, really, it was what was it? I feel even. I feel balanced.
I think it was balanced. Yeah.
I just felt balanced.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm a little tired, but I'm a little caffeinated. I'm a little Alanis Morissette, obviously.
Jeez.
I'm
up.
what's the song?
Which one?
The one that's like, I got one hand in my pocket. That
And
song.
the other hand is smoking a cigarette.
You can't say that. Beep that. Bleep that.
Why?
Cigarette.
I mean,
You can't even say stewardess anymore.
can
You better
That's
get rid
wrong.
of cigarette.
I tell something funny that you just said?
Huh?
I listened to this podcast called Shag, Married, Annoyed.
Yes, you did.
And she was it's a wife and husband. And she was like, we were watching this UFC thing, and then she said a name, and the husband's like, well, it's called this. And she's like, okay. And they talked about it again, and she's like, what was it called? He's like, you don't listen to me. So she's like, okay, just tell me again. So she says it. And then later on, she's like, I totally forgot what it was called. He's like, this is what I'm saying.
Like,
Sometimes it is that way.
it is that you're hearing the word,
Yes.
but there's a difference. I feel like you're hearing my intention, my intent.
Yes.
And I think that means way more than hearing the actual word.
Yes.
Because mansplaining's a thing, right? An effing thing. And your eyes get glossed over, and it was like, so I don't need to know what the acronym stands for and the history of it, who invented it, what country it came from. I don't care. But the intention you understand. And I think that's where us as dudes got to go. They're actually listening to you. The little details in there is not what's important to them. What's important to them is that you're passionate about it. And I'm passionate about it because you are.
The funny thing is, I don't think it's just a dude thing, because there are certain times where I'm talking, I'm
sure.
saying something, and you're like, I don't care.
Or I'm going to go, can you... Or there has been a time, like, you look up and go, are you trying to text and listen at the same time? And I go, Yeah. Did you say something?
Yeah, that's how
She's
we
like,
dance.
I'm going to say it again. I was like, yeah. Yes.
Or I'm like, it's fine.
Or sometimes, I mean, it is one of those. But
It's not that big a deal.
But remember the intent of the other person. I feel like that's kind of on when it comes to a rant. It was like people's intent. Now, I have one just small one.
Okay.
If you're walking slow in a parking lot and you don't see me, totally get it. But if you're walking slow
You make
in
eye
a parking
contact.
lot, you look at me and walk just as slow, I'm going to hit you. Just a little nudge with my
A little
bumper.
tap.
You know? It's called drive-by receipt.
Pedestrian.
So that only happened once, though, this week. It was
Yeah.
like, he looked right at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And then kept it
I'm going to get out.
moving like it was 115
And I'm going
outside.
to pick you up and put you over there. Because you're like 6'7" and like 120 pounds. He was like, he looked like a pole.
He did.
So, no, it was just, but that wasn't even a big rant. I was like, you know what? I'm with my wife right now. We're picking up pad thai and some drinks, and I was like, life's not rough, man.
But
So
also,
I'm good.
get out of the friggin' street.
So I was really feeling that. I was feeling kind of a vibey
Yeah.
thing right there, and I don't even do weed.
Anymore.
I haven't done it in years.
Yeah.
It's been years.
Like one.
Huh?
Just kidding.
No, it's been like 2 years.
All right. Ready for what's up?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Sacramento.
What's up in you?
There's a Bollywood night this week. I love Bollywood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Bollywood?
No.
No, not you can't go to Bollywood.
Right.
But
But I've watched Bollywood
Really?
movies. Oh, yeah.
Ben Up Like Beckham is not Bollywood,
I know it's not Bollywood. It's a great movie, though. I mean, duh.
and it is Indian.
Yeah.
so
So good. And she's in a show called D.I. Ray, the main lady.
really,
She's got to be my age at this point, I think, if not older than me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, it's on PBS. So good.
No, because wasn't she on House or something? She was on. She's
And she was on like a
she's on-
sci-fi show, I
Yeah,
think.
she's on multiple.
Oh, I
things.
love her.
I love her as an
Yeah,
actor.
same.
She's great.
Oh, D.I. Ray is so good.
I didn't know that. So she's on like an English.
Yeah. She's a
Oh,
she's a
I mean, if it's,
detective inspector.
just know if you're a DI, like you're like,
Yeah.
that's not going to be an American show.
No. So good. Anyways. Okay. So
Nope, stop. You're still on Sacramento?
Yes.
Okay, stay on Sacramento. Don't go to a different city
Oh, okay.
because I have one.
Okay. Sacramento.
What's up in you?
There's a comic convention called Comic Verse.
Oh, I thought he was Comet. And I was like, what?
Comic.
Comic Verse. Yeah, that's done by, who is the guy? They have a shop in Doco.
Don't know. I didn't look that far into it.
Impound.
Oh, okay.
Impound Comics.
Nice, nice.
So I should text him. Like, when is it?
This weekend.
Like, I've had his number for, we tried to collaborate and do some stuff, and I was like, we both just like, that was nice.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
All right. What do you have for Sacramento?
Okay.
You have to say it.
So, all right, Sacramento.
What's up in you?
Ah, it's a good try.
Thanks.
No, it really was a good try. You can't go as low as me. It's just science.
What's up in you?
So I really need you to go down.
No. Stop being weird.
Okay, so stop making eye contact. It is 7 days from now. That's why I was going to, and you're going to be gone Thursday.
Okay.
The 16th, 7 days from today, next Friday, Torch Club, the Sam Chase.
Oh, they're
will be at the
back.
Torch Club.
Nice.
$15 at the door. I will tell you right now, if you want to see somebody, especially if you see them in an indoor venue, in a local place, you have to see the Sam Chase.
Is it Sam Chase and the Untraditionals?
It's the Sam Chase and the Untraditional.
Nice.
So some of our favorite people in the world are in the band.
Yeah.
But also married to the band. It's the same people that we went to Disneyland with for their 20th anniversary, that kind of thing. So if you don't know anything about the Sam Chase, you are totally missing out.
Oh,
it's a
good.
great band. They come from a very, what is it? Were they cabaret? They did cabaret.
I don't know.
But they did a lot of the performing arts and that stuff growing up. But the band is so good. He's so talented.
It really is.
He is so shy
Yeah.
and still so funny.
He's shy off the stage, but on the stage, he's a
But not even shy off the stage. Just like he knows when to not like. If it's not funny, it's not funny. Not like me. I'm just like I'm here, rah, 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 and he's like, stick with one joke, man. It's way better. I just feel like I really love his demeanor, his candor,
yeah.
his thoughts on life, his perspective. Same with his wife Kiki.
Yeah.
But the bass player Dave, and then Stephanie hopefully will come up. We'll have to coerce them into coming. As a group, because last time they were the Torch Club,
I wasn't here.
you were out of town.
Yeah.
So I went with my good buddy Will, which was a great night. Almost didn't make it back.
It's not surprising.
No, I was like, "Where's my Uber?" I just kept walking around, can't find my Uber. So that literally.
I know.
So Sam Chase, 16th, the Torch Club, downtown
Let's
Sacramento. Go see him, guys, because we're gonna be there. I'm sorry, we're not gonna broadcast on a Friday. Because we've got to be there. Maybe we'll do a Saturday thing or something.
Maybe.
But we have a lot of things going on that weekend,
Yeah,
by
I
the
think
way.
it's uniform fitting. All right.
No, we have game day on the 17th.
Game day.
18th is at Log Off. There's a lot going on.
Okay. Didn't know.
Well, if you looked at somebody else's calendar besides your own,
I do.
you would know.
Ugh. Just kidding. Okay. Clovis.
What's up in you?
They have Hot August Days. It's a car
I don't know
show.
what that. Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
What is that?
It's just where you
like
go
a-
outside,
A
die
sauna
from the
party?
heat. All right,
Sauna
Olympia.
yoga party? What's up in you?
They have a pop-up bubble festival. And that sounded
Oh,
fun.
that does sound cool. I mean, is it
know.
like a rave kind of thing, though?
No, I think it's for like all like families.
It's like being at Disneyland
Yeah.
with little kids.
Yes.
No. Oh, I have to say, it was tonight. Never mind.
Okay.
No, it wasn't tonight. It's tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Rancho Cordova.
Oh yeah. What's up in you?
Log Off is having their car show. They're
Oh, that's
you.
right.
You just remember.
Yeah.
You made me remember. Remember?
What I
You
think it was on the 18th.
No, this week is the car show thing.
Okay. Maybe it's the 10th.
Yeah. The 18th is our game day there. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. So don't get confused by her confusion.
Car
Stick
show.
with it. Car
tomorrow.
show tomorrow. Well, if you're watching this
Let's
live,
go.
if you're watching this tomorrow, it's tomorrow.
It's today.
So it's the 10th,
Yes.
August 10th.
All right, Seattle.
What's up in you?
They have a sea glass festival. It's like the 18th year or something.
Who?
Sea glass festival in Seattle. They look cool.
What is that?
Don't know.
What's sea glass?
I don't know.
Well, how can you
Listen,
I'm super interested.
Google it.
You did too. So
No, I didn't Google it. I said events happening in Seattle, and it said sea glass festival, and I thought, good enough.
That's awful.
I don't have time to deep dive into everything that happens.
That's awful.
Well, if you want to go, Google it. Houston.
What's up in you?
Last one. Houston has two cool things. They have a reggae fest this weekend, which sounds amazing.
Where? Depends
In
on
Houston.
where. Oh, okay.
But also, they have. Wait for it.
I'm scrolling. I'm ready.
I Prevail and Hailstorm are performing in Houston.
They're going on. I will tell you right now, don't get me started. I Prevail and Hailstorm are on this co-headliner tour, and I am there, and it's not coming by this area.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm losing my mind.
Is it going to Salt Lake City, Utah? Because that's always a cheap flight.
Oh, well, okay, now I'll look into it. But it was like, because they came out with, here's how they announced it. They've been working on a song together for like a year, and then they finally released this song. This is right after we saw Hail. I'm very excited about it, like pumped about this. So right after Hail, we saw Lizzie Hale sing for Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
It was like less than a week later, like they released this song, I Prevail, and Can You See Me in the Dark? Such a great song. It's creepy, good, has this, you could tell it's by both bands. That's why it's so cool. But they released this song, Hailstorm and I Prevail collaboration, and they also announced their tour
Nice.
together. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
But not California.
Well, I think there's California, but I don't think it's not a thing in this area. And I know you was like, hunker down. I was like, okay.
I'm saying we have points.
So I will look at it. I was like, but if that's a tour that
Points are free.
if you're into, because she's been playing music for 20 years.
Yeah.
And no, more than that.
Don't know.
I just saw, like, this is not a joke. Pardon me. It was, what is it? It's Hailstorm. What?
Everyone's watching you.
I don't care. Like, it was super exciting. Like, oh, she posted, where was it? Maybe it was on her story. I don't remember now. Gosh dang it. But, Lizzie Hale. Okay, all I know is that she's like in her 30s and it had been, yeah.
She's only 30 something.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but maybe it was born 20 years ago. Her first show, she was 10
Jeez.
in 1997. So what does that make her? She was born in 87 then.
Hmm.
So you're 84. It's only 3 years off.
3 years for me.
3 years younger than you. So she's
37.
36. Well, probably at 36, 37.
Yeah.
But she was 10.
Crazy.
And I'm like, and with her brother.
Yeah.
And guess what? Her brother's still in the band.
Oh, that's cool.
It's her brother and her all these years. So I was like, so they're like, I mean, she's in her 30s and she's like the experienced rock star in your mid 30s.
Yeah.
That's insane, you know?
She's very good. Hailstorm's very good.
No,
I like her.
A great singer.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, you cannot set aside that she's not just a great singer and songwriter. She is a shredder on guitar too. Like, what is happening? Sorry. So,
All right.
yeah, I did know about that. I didn't know.
Houston.
Let's go to Houston. Let's go.
No. All right. That's all I had for What's Up.
Oh, all I had was the Torch Club, and then you got me all excited.
Oh, okay.
Woo! It was intense. It's real. Shout out!
Woo! How many you got? I only have
For
one.
shout out, I have a few.
Okay. I only have one.
But I think they kind of go back to the good thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
I gotta say, shout out, check out the Punch Bowl.
Yes.
If you're in the Sacramento area, if they have one in your area, because
should
they're not just in Sacramento.
Yeah.
They have multiple locations. So if they're in your area, you have to check out the Punch Bowl, just by the concept of bowling, darts. They also have board games. They have Jenga, shuffleboard. They have all the things like, you know, when you go in, you used to go into an old pub.
Yeah.
And they'd have like darts.
They're just missing the basketball game.
Not, hear me out. You'd go into a pub and they'd have shuffleboard, or they'd have darts.
Yeah.
Or they'd have pool tables, or they have all of those things in different areas.
Yeah.
Foosball, like they have all of those things in one place. So it doesn't matter what kind of thing.
Air hockey.
Yeah, it's not, there's something for everyone to play.
Yeah.
Check out Tipsy Putt if they're in your area. I think they only have like 3 locations.
But yeah.
But they're kind of in this area. Tipsy Putt. But just go mini golfing and have a drink.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't drink,
don't.
or
Just go mini golfing.
yeah, just
It's fun.
take a little, and then go tipsy putting. You can be tipsy off of stuff that's, you know, tipsy on life.
Caffeine.
Speakeasies. The speakeasies that we have tried in this area are completely different than each other,
yes.
and just as good for different reasons. So if you're into speakeasies, which is, you know,
That's cute.
fancy little bourbon drinks and mixed drinks, go check them
a
out.
bar on a
They're
wall.
they're easier to find than you think, and they're super fun to find because they're like supposed to be hidden. So it's super cute.
Yeah.
That's my one. I have another one. So
Okay.
go.
Becca said I tipsy putt every time I go to Great Wolf Lodge. We still haven't been there. I haven't been there. You've been to one.
It's called tipsy swimming. That's called
It's tipsy vacation.
tipsy hoteling.
So my shout is actually for Rebecca, because she, as an adult who doesn't play sports, had to play soccer against her kid and their team this week, and I wasn't there because I was hungover. But I have to shout her out for doing it. Now she's like, we should play the Sunday after your birthday, and I'm like, all right,
Play what?
soccer.
Is it... Rebecca, your intentionality
She
is...
said, if we're not hungover, we should play soccer that Sunday.
Your intentionality is really...
I'm all for it.
really
Or
large.
volleyball. I
Just-
love volleyball.
Just know that we're getting beer pong tables set up for her birthday party.
Woot woot.
So afterwards, I'll know. I'll know.
Oh man. So yeah, shout out to Rebecca for making it, for being one of the parents that showed up to play
Yeah, that's a big deal.
and running a quarter of a lap and realizing it was too far to run and finishing out the game. That's my shout out.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all you have?
Yeah, I only got one.
Oh. My other one was, it started off kind of realizing, the cyclical things of having kids and then becoming adults and then having more kids and they becoming adults. And I was like, I feel like I'm in this big, huge cycle. But the random phone calls from Ariel, I have to say that's a huge shout out to her settling into the new place that they got that's close to the U District there in Seattle.
Yeah.
Close to a lake, close to a park, close to shopping. So living like a downtown life finally to see what it's like. And I think that's amazing because she's always wanted to do it. So I think a big shout out to her. But it also sparked a thought of the random when it comes to, I don't get random calls like you do when it comes to our teenage humans or our young adults. But I get random calls from my adult, or not even adult, like, let's just say I have 2 adult children, but I get random calls from them.
Yeah.
And it's never a bad thing. It's not like I need something, those kind of things.
Checking in.
And I'm starting to get every once in a while, and it's usually because you don't pick up, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
From Elise.
Yeah.
So the random calls of like, oh my God, everything's crap right now. My AC is only getting to 80. I'm like, okay, that's not, I mean, you're not stuck on the side of the road. You're not held at gunpoint. I was like, what do you need?
Yeah.
Or I got in my car and I can't, I'm trying to turn the key and the wheel's not turning, so it won't start. And I was like, all right, walk me through what's really going on here. It was like, and I think I was saying that to you, or who was I saying that? It's like, dads live for that. I was saying it to Mariah. I think.
Yeah.
Traditional dads. Like, I live for that. I live for being the person that when something's going kind of wrong, I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I live for that. So I have to say a huge shout out to Ariel. Huge shout out to Bailey. Huge shout out to Ryan, because he randomly just calls me. He's like, well, what's up? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, what are you doing? Because I was watching a video of a relationship with a daughter and their mom, and her mom is like, her mom only, when she calls her mom freaks out, doesn't freak out, but just like, why are you calling me if you don't need something?
Oh, that's weird.
Well, it's more common than you think, right? So I was just saying, for as kids get older and actually have real things and real questions coming to somebody that they feel might actually know the answer. And as kids become older, I feel like they realize that their parents have already done all the things that they're currently doing.
Yeah.
So they might be able to help.
Yeah.
I was fixing my own bike at 9 years old.
Right.
So I was driving a car without even thinking. Yeah. Not because I had to.
Montana.
No, it's just, I think I drove a tractor before I ever drove a car.
Sounds
right.
Right.
Right. But it makes sense. But you don't need a license for a tractor.
It's weird.
Or you don't need a license to drive a vehicle on private property.
Yeah.
So yeah, those kind of things. So having my kids call me not to chat because I'm not a big chatter.
You're not.
But if you have like a problem that I can solve or give my input on, I was like, I am there.
You're a
ready.
chatter in person, but not on the phone.
That's true. It's
Like
fact.
you'll chat all day in person.
That's fact.
On the phone, you're like, "Why are you calling me?" He said it to me too. What do you need? I'm like, I don't know. Just want to check in.
That's
All
not
right.
true. Not all the time. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We have another section coming up.
All right.
That's all we got?
That's it.
Oh, then what are we doing?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I know.
Advise me not. I'll hear your segue so I know what we're talking about.
What? All right. So this segment here is called Advise Me Not. Disclaimer. If you're new to this show, I'm sorry. If you're not new to this show, just sit back and enjoy the ride. This is basically a segment we are not experts on any of these topics. Okay. All we can say is this is our experience and these are the things we've gone through. And if they relate to you, cool. If they don't relate to you, well then move on. It's fine. I'm okay with it. But we came to today's, it's spelled P-E-A-C-E. So don't get it wrong because today's topic is someone's peace. It doesn't mean the way you think it sounds because somebody could be a side one. Somebody could be the main one. Somebody could just be one of, many. But no, this is PEAC. So we were listening to something the other day, and they were talking. It was two friends, like best friends, talking about somebody if they had the perfect significant other for the other person because they're both single guys and stuff. And they were talking about give the explanation of the other person's perfect partner. And when somebody, it was kind of like clicked when they said somebody that's going to be your piece. And I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? That's beautiful. So I just have to say let's talk about being someone's piece.
Yes. Did you define it already?
No.
Okay.
I just kind of segued of where it came from, that it's PEAC,
Yes.
not being a side one,
Yeah.
not being a main one,
Yeah.
not having many of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it literally boils down
you were
to
right next door.
that bathroom literally blocks out a lot of
I
sound.
have to tell you right now, people, if you want to be a guest on this and you're a friend of ours, like this studio is built great. Like the restroom's right there, right? You come right in here. There's a full spot right here. I'll figure out the camera thing. We're going to be, it's going to be great.
You get that one. So the whole peace part was like walking into getting ready to go home. Yeah, I already put it. Going home. What do you want, honey? Let's.
No, so Sarah's new to camera work, but like when I'm pointing at something off camera, when she's on camera, she should keep going.
Oh, okay.
And then
It's
we
confusing.
me going, don't forget this part.
Okay,
So otherwise the audio's super choppy.
got it. Okay.
But
So being someone's piece is like going home
oh yeah.
and wanting to go home.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
And like knowing that there's not a bunch of drama and crap, and it's not like you're going home to a bunch of chaos, but you're going home to something that's like, I feel like I can unwind and be myself and be calm and like be all the things that I want to be because this is my person and that is my peace. And that, when they said on the show we listened to, it was like, I've never heard anybody say it that way, but it's so pretty. It's so lovely.
So that's your definition of.
That's my
being someone's
definition of being someone's piece.
Similar, but a little bit more basic. Like for me, it's a little bit more basic. But like if I come in hot, like I come in hot. Yeah, come in hot. Like I'm feeling super chatty. I'm feeling super vibrant. I mean, you don't have to match my energy, but absorb that energy, right? That energy, you don't have to kick it back at me.
Yeah.
But you're like, okay, be attentive
Right.
at this moment.
Yeah.
right? This is the time. Whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing surgery,
Right.
right? What do you got? Whoa, that was amazing. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. Like absorbing that energy. And also the other one was like coming and going, hey, and being super quiet. It was like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, I think so. And they were like, hey, if you need something, it's kind of like not matching the energy, but I feel like somebody being your piece is absorbing your energy.
It's a good
Doesn't have to be the same.
Yeah.
They don't have to match it, because sometimes you match it,
It's too much.
things go well. You're gonna fight.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes if you match the energy, you're gonna fight.
That's fair.
You're like, it's like my day was crap, and there was like, well, my day was crap. I was like, okay, now you're just you're matching energy, which is great for somebody else that's not your piece.
Right.
That's somebody you want to rant with, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel like it's being somebody else's piece is absorbing your energy, whether it be positive, negative. You're absorbing it.
Yeah.
You're receiving it. You're understanding. You don't have to understand it. You're listening to it.
Yeah.
You're really,
I
that's
feel
what
like I feel like
Definition. That's the
we do a
definition.
good job of being each other's piece. I feel like we do. We're not perfect at this.
I think it's so as the definition, like, I'm going to try and keep us in order.
Okay.
As we've defined it, what do you find is the best way for somebody to be your piece?
Ooh, that's good. So I feel like
I know, I'm really good at this.
yeah, you are. You should be like a host of a show or something.
I should.
I feel like my piece is when I walk in the door, either from a trip or being gone at work, and the first thing isn't, here's all the problems we've had in the house.
Oh, I wait at least 30 to 45 seconds. It's about 30
But
to
the
45.
days when you don't is like the most peaceful thing in the world. Or like, hey, either dinner's done or we've already eaten and there's food that's already here for you to eat. So don't worry about it because you've been gone all day. Or like you're flying in and here's food that's ready. You don't have to worry about it. Like to me, those are like the most peaceful. To me, that is peace. To come home and like there's not a bunch of here's everything that's terrible that's happened that you've been away. It's like, well, can I have like a glass of wine or or run a bath for me before you tell me all the horrible things that have happened? I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Well, let's take that coin and let's flip that coin.
Okay.
Right? Because somebody who's been here in the trenches.
Right.
Like you got to think about the person that's been here in the trenches. And this is a common conversation with everything. Been here in the trenches, had to deal with being treated like garbage, because there's hormones and, frontal lobes not functioning properly, and that going on. So you're in here when somebody arrives at the door that's your partner, you're going, I get relief.
Right.
I get to get out of the trenches and maybe go like take a shit. Maybe go eat something, maybe go like not want to bang my head against the wall for a second and disconnect. So remember that. So it's like, but I think, so I see where you're coming from because we've both been on both sides of both of that.
Yes.
Okay. So being somebody's piece, what does that mean to you? Somebody that just listens to you and waits because you came home? I think that's kind of to me. I'm just saying. I feel like that's kind of superficial and kind of basic. Because I feel like in this day and age that conversation has already been had.
No.
With us, it has. And the conversation's out there of going, hey, when I come home from work, I don't need to be bombarded with that. And the other person, I mean, that's a common conversation of a breadwinner.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying us. Yeah. I'm just saying in general, that's already been like kind of going, okay, we need to see it from the other person's perspective.
Yeah.
But on a more, somebody themselves, not just a me or an action, who is, what does it mean to be your piece?
Let's ask you first.
You gave me an example.
It made sense when I said it.
No, 1,000%. You're absolutely correct. In my mind, you are 1,000,000,000% yes. But I feel like anybody out there could go find that exact same information. That's what I'm
So you're
saying.
saying specific.
What's our experience, like our specific experience? Like, what have we done to do something different? I mean, because that's, not to say it's basic, but that's basic.
It's not as basic as you think, though.
It's not as well known, but it's on almost every, if you want to do therapy for parents and breadwinners and stay at home somethings, like that's a common thing.
Interesting.
So if you don't know it, that scares the crap out of me. Maybe people don't know it.
Right.
Maybe I'm overthinking it because I'm sitting there like, but also we're not new to the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I also find it very peaceful. Like I find when you like check in on me during the day, I feel like that's part of being.
You like that?
Yeah. I mean, there are some days where I'm like, when you come in and just say, how's it going? And then I say my answer and then you're like, hug, and then you move on. Those are nice. But when you're like, when you come and I'm like mid something and then there's like a whole conversation happening, it's like I have to turn on the peace for you. And I'm like, and then that part's not peaceful.
So how am I supposed to know the difference when those moments are good?
You can't, because I don't even know the moments.
Okay,
just, you're in there, you're not.
That's,
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay.
Okay, what's your example, sir?
Of what?
Peace.
No, what? Do you even know what the topic is?
Yes.
What?
Being someone's peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking for someone to be your peace? And let's drink some whiskey.
To be someone's, let's see me specifically.
Yes.
That's all I can talk about. It's
Correct.
Lunchaval. We're going to have a little shot. I am. We've talked about this before. For somebody to be my peace I'm an acts of service kind of guy. And it doesn't have to be like grand gestures. So for somebody to be my peace, it's doing things that doing things, how do I put it? It's hard to explain instead of saying just clean up after yourself. But that's the basics of it. It's like do things that make your footprint small, right? Not creating work for the other person, for me.
Yeah.
I'll just say from my perspective, don't create work for me. Don't create challenges that the household has to deal with. Mistakes are different. Okay. Making a mistake is completely different. But doing things, knowingly, and there's like, well, I didn't know. I was like, well, you do know, like, you do know that you left everything out and you used my stuff and didn't put it back or didn't bring it back. You didn't do that. If you don't know that, then you really, on a different level, really don't care about the other person. That's my opposite of peace.
Let me ask something.
Yeah.
So do you feel like what you're describing feels a lot like love languages?
For sure.
So do you associate?
But with love languages, I feel like if you can understand the other person's love language and absorb their love language, isn't that creating peace for them, a peaceful situation?
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Because I don't really care. I was like, with you, there's a different trade-off. Okay? Because you really don't care if I pick up after myself.
But you do.
But here's what it changed me as a human being. It made me more peaceful and made me feel I like cleaning up after myself because you don't ask me to.
Yeah.
I love doing it. Love it.
Interesting.
I really do. I love because I'm decently I think I have 2 things on the floor in our bedroom at any given time, maybe 2. And it's usually boxer shorts so I can get up and not be naked in case something crazy happens.
Right.
And then maybe a pair or 2 of shorts that I wear that are not completely dirty.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, on our whole floor. You're a different beast. You'll have pairs of socks in a corner. You'll have pairs of socks on the couch. You'll have your bra and your shorts in the bathroom. You'll have like 5 to 10 things.
Spots, yeah.
5 to 10 things in 4 to 5 spots.
Yeah.
Which actually doesn't bother me because it gives me a purpose. And so I'm cool with that. But all I'm saying is, but you in different ways, when I have a crazy idea or I want to do something silly or I have a weird dream that's super eccentric and has a stupid story behind it, you listen to the story and you go, wow, that's really weird. And I was like, yeah, it is. Like you entertain the crazy thought process that I have. You entertain it. You don't understand it.
No.
You're like, I really don't get it. But you listen to it and you try and comprehend it. And go, wow, that's interesting. That to me is a piece that I've just don't know how to deal with. So when I come to you and want those moments, and I was like, hey, how are things going? If I have a story to tell you, I don't start with that.
No.
I start with like coming in hot.
Right.
I got a story.
Yeah.
I don't come in and it's like, how's your day going, babe? Blah, blah. I was like, no. Because so when I come up and go, how's your morning or how's your day going and give you a hug and do this, I'm actually like asking that. I'm not prepping for a story. I'm not prepping for me to do something.
Right.
There's no premise. There's no catch.
Yeah.
I'm actually asking that question. Like, how are you actually doing? I don't ask that if I have something to say.
No, you don't.
So I'm
You
not.
just do it.
No. Yeah. So to me, that's my piece. That's my piece is somebody being receptive of me going, hey, how are you actually doing? And then on the flip side, me coming in and going, I got this story. Oh my gosh, this person did this. Or I'm like, craziest thing. I think I'm going to try this. They're like, whoa, that sounds weird. Probably not going to happen tomorrow. But, to me, that's absorbing my energy.
I've also learned that you like to pause podcasts and then research things mid-podcast and then have a whole conversation about them.
Yeah.
I've been trying my best to like not disengage when that happens because I am such a let's listen to the whole podcast and then talk about it after.
But if you've watched recently, I've paused it for shorter amounts of time. Like I have in my brain, I have 30 to 60 seconds. Then got to go back in. Otherwise I've lost Sarah for the night. I've been really focusing on making it short, way shorter.
Yeah.
They're real quick.
So look at us balancing. Because, because sometimes he'll go down these rabbit holes and I'm like, I don't even remember what we were watching at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even connect the show that we were listening to where we're at right now. Because we're like 15 degrees of separation from where we were.
Yeah, that is so true.
But I've been trying, if he stops the podcast, there's something he wants to say. So let's just shut up and listen as best as we can.
And I'm like, and also on my side, I'm going, you got 30 to 60 seconds to say whatever you want to say, and you got to press play. Because I think we came to a head watching the Questlove one. I was like,
yes.
Huge disconnect. And what sucks is we both really enjoyed that show.
Yes.
I mean, who wouldn't?
It's Questlove.
And Trevor Noah.
Yeah, it was
like
great.
Trevor Noah and Questlove.
It was a great episode.
Who wouldn't want to listen to anything they have to say?
Yes.
But I'm sitting there like, that one came to a head.
I was like, It's been 14 hours. We just
And it's
finished the
it's
show.
a 1 hour and 5 minute podcast.
It's like 50 minutes. And I'm like, we've
No,
been
I can
here
feel like
for
where she's coming
3 hours.
So that's the opposite of being someone's piece. That's called triggering. But no, for real, like that to me, that is being my piece, you know, being knowing when I want, not knowing, but like if I'm okay with being quiet right now, I'm okay with being quiet. If I'm okay with being loud, you're absorbing both of those sides of energy.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming from.
I mean, so the other thing I feel like, because I'm not as much of an extrovert as you are. Part of it, the part of my piece is when like we go places, you just go be you. And you're like, I want you to go with me, but you don't make me go hang out with people. And that is very peaceful because I'm like, I want to go with you. I want to be there with you, but I don't want to talk to people.
And I don't even ask you to. I more like I like to introduce you as my wife because I'm extremely proud of my wife. That's you.
Oh, thanks. Just wondering.
I'm just super extremely proud to like show people like this is my wife and she's stuck with this piece of work for 12 years, 13, whatever it is. You know, going, hey, if I can find somebody like this, there's hope for you too. That's part of it. I mean, I make it jokingly, but it's kind of part of it. But it's also the thing is like, but you give me that confidence of energy that, and you don't have to be there all the time. I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
I've done it by myself for a long time,
right.
And I can be. I mean, it's like I go to the concerts and stuff without you, but in my mind, I was like, I'm really going. Sarah would love this. Yeah. Like it's like kind of like the Forrest Gump thing, you know. Like I wish I could have been there, and it's like you were there the whole time. Yeah. You were there the whole time, like. Everything that I go and experience, every stupid little mistake or a stupid thing that I say, Sarah would make. Every time I like say something stupid, Sarah would be like, "Why are you still talking?" Or I get an elbow. I feel like your virtual elbow hits me. I was like, "Oh, dude." So it's one of those things. That's my piece.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You just being there is your piece. That's weird.
Because
it's weird. I can't comprehend it.
It's peaceful to be there, but not be forced to like have. Because sometimes people like will bring their partner or bring their spouse there, but then they want them to be like, they have to get introduced to everybody, they have to be part of every conversation, and you're like,
I don't care about that.
No, Sarah's in a corner somewhere by herself. She said hi, she's waved. We're not talking.
Sometimes I'll go,
fine.
Oh, that's Sarah, my wife's over there, and she's like, oh, you're like, hi,
and that's it. And I'll go back and do whatever I'm doing on my phone. So, but I'm saying that part's nice, not have to be like forced into conversation that I just can't. I just don't want to. Not that I can't, because I could.
Yeah, but what's the point?
I don't want to.
So you like being there, but not being in?
Yes. I being there, but not being active.
Huh.
Like a robot.
Yeah, just on maintenance mode.
Yeah. Just on standby.
Maintenance mode.
Or what's your third part of this? Usually you have three prongs.
What I said definition, and then what was it?
What does it mean to you?
No.
Kind of.
What would being someone's piece being? Okay. So it was if somebody was to be your piece, what would they be, right? And then what would you be to be somebody else's piece?
Well, I can always pick up about you.
Can you?
I mean, I guess I could be my friend's piece.
I think that's what I'm going for right there.
Got it.
Is like, you don't have to be, if somebody trusts you, believes in you, like confides in you, because they know things aren't going to go on blast and they can just do like, it's not just being your partner's piece.
That's fair.
So I was like going, define it, us, and then, and I didn't even write this down. This was just in my brain.
I don't know if like, so when I go hang out with Becca and like Valerie and we go and sit and we just talk about stupid things or whatever life's happening, it's very peaceful because
Is it
I know
cathartic or peaceful?
both.
Is
I think
it?
it's both.
Because I don't know the difference.
I don't either.
Somebody help me understand the difference between cathartic and peaceful.
I think
Because I feel cathartic is more like flushing things out. It's kind of like these things have been kind of like not bottling up, but like kind of keeping inside. And cathartic is kind of like going. It's like I feel like cathartic is an exhale. Now it can be going through something cathartic can be very peaceful.
yeah.
But does that mean that that person is being your peace? Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa!
I don't know. I don't know, but
Profound.
but they're probably the two closest people that I have in life. So like when I go through anything, it's one of those two, if not both. And that's like, here, let me word vomit everything that I have that's been going on, and I find them as peaceful because I could say anything and there's no judgment, anything that I have to say to them.
Yeah, I think that's what was the question?
I don't
Being somebody else's peace, but
Yeah.
you're talking about how they can be peace for you.
Yeah. So literally, like,
They're
I could
still
say
messing
anything, and there's no like, well, why would you do that? There's none of that. It's like 100% listening, and then being like, yeah, I can see that.
I probably have 2 to 3 people that are like that.
Yeah.
I have to say Missy,
Yeah.
my sister Missy, facts. I could tell her whatever.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I've never felt a drop of judgment from this human being to me.
Missy's a piece.
But she might be judgy to other people. I
Right.
have no
But
idea.
for you.
But for me,
Yeah.
she can easily be my piece.
Yeah.
Sounds weird. But she's my sister, so don't be weird. I feel like Willie.
Yeah.
He's gonna tell me where you're like, wow, that's a form of my peace.
Right.
Telling me where like your shortcomings are. That's my piece too. It's like I need to know, but it's not gonna go on blast. There's a gentleman named Kirk that has been my piece for the last few years. Yeah. Jim.
Which one? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Tall, skinny.
There's so many of them.
There's quite a few actually in my
4.
life. There's like at least 4. But I'd say Jim is one. There's no judgment there. So it's not even about judgment, and it's also like I don't mind if people tell you they're going, hey, that's probably I've seen you do better things than that.
Right.
Why are you doing that? That's not judgment.
No.
But
it's the listening to the whole thing and
Yeah.
then being like, well,
Bro.
I mean,
you kind of did that yourself.
yeah.
Like, again, you're not fighting demons. It's just repercussions for your own actions.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
The other thing that I think people don't, girls realize, but I don't know if the guys realize, is that being able to have somebody to
Sexist.
whatever, being able to have somebody to vent about your spouse to, but them not judging your spouse and still treating them like a normal human being is massive. Because
But that's hard.
But that's what I'm saying. That is peace. To have a friend who you're like, let me tell you what this dude did today, and then they still treat your partner like they're
Right.
not trash.
But that's hard because here's where I find there's like this. I think what do they call it? Like the wells. You know, like you have 2 wells of like this person's really good and it's full, and then here's the bad. If you hear nothing but
Right.
that, and I think that's what you hear, nothing but this person did this and did this on
Person's
a
awful.
negative context.
Yeah, all the time.
How can you not go, you've told me nothing.
Right.
I've seen nothing and I've heard nothing
Yeah.
good about this person.
Right.
Yet you want me to give this person grace
Right.
because it's your partner.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And maybe, I mean, I vent about you, but I don't complain. Like, I always say good things. I'd say good
I
things
say
and bad things
stupid
about
thing
you.
all-
Because
but-
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what he did. But also, it was kind of nice because he did this.
How do I want to put it? I was like, I've never had this inclination in my brain. I'm realistic. I've never really thought, what is she saying about me? I've never had that with you, which is insane. Well, not insane for you, but insane because of my past and all the relationships I've ever had with friends, family mostly, and partners. Like, they were always saying how bad I was, and then I meet this person and then they treat me like crap, and I was like, well, of course they're gonna treat me like crap.
Yeah.
You only give them the crap.
Right.
Like, you just complain about me the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know who I even am.
Yeah.
At this point. But I don't think I've ever had that, like, what is she saying about me? I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh, that's good.
That's definitely peaceful.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm just kidding.
You're like, and cut.
All right. That's it. We'll watch Bad Boys 3, 4.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just kidding.
You just quit.
No, what are your thoughts on this?
You're the worst. I mean, you're not good at this. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
know.
conversation's over. Bye.
This is not my.
Click.
I just show up here once a week.
Oh, and then you get offended when I call you the talent. So we went through the definition of what it was. What would be the perfect person of peace, someone for you, and then how are you up someone else's peace? See how that works?
Yeah.
I
will also say, being
please.
someone else's peace.
There you go.
I feel like the best quality that I have, which is like the most unhumble thing I've ever said, but I feel like I am that listener who's not going to judge what you're saying.
Gross.
And when you complain about people in your life, it's pretty rare, other than for CJ, that I'm going to be like, yeah, that person's awful, obviously, because that's what you keep telling me. But I feel like I'm a decent, like, open listener when it comes to people in their...
So conceited.
I know.
You're so conceited.
Sorry.
Can you just be a little bit more humble?
know,
Just
I'm
try
sorry.
it once.
Sorry, guys.
No, for real. Like,
Just kidding.
if there's anybody on this planet that I've ever met that is a better listener than Sarah, fight me. If you think you're a better listener than Sarah, fight me. You might kick my ass. I don't care. Just come fight me. Because you're wrong. And we're going to record it. And then we're going to find out, oh, yeah, you were wrong. Even if you kick my ass. I don't care.
But I feel like that's me being someone else's piece. I feel like I mean, I even think about like all my walking buddies that I've ever had for work and stuff.
Gross.
It's not
No,
gross.
to me, it's gross. Like, to me, it's gross.
Yeah.
I could not do that.
Yeah.
This human being could not do that.
But I feel like that's what people but again, that's why I'm like, that was my piece for people. It's like people they just need someone to talk to and vent to and have a conversation with. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got that. What do you want to talk about? Talk about anything. I don't care. I got zero judgment here. I'll be like, are you sure you should have done that? And they'll be like, I did it. And I'm like, all right, well,
I'd be like,
Make good decisions.
like, your whole life is your fault.
make
That's-
good decisions.
That's what I would say.
I know.
Like, everything you're telling me is your fault.
Yeah.
Do something different.
How are you somebody else's piece other than me? What do you do for other
I
people?
don't think I am.
What?
That's something that I'm working on. I think that's my biggest challenge. Not biggest, but one of my biggest. I have like 732 challenges. I'm working on my 733rd.
Yeah.
Which is not this one. But I don't think I'm anybody's piece at this point. And I'm not upset about it. That's not their fault. I can't blame anybody else. That's on me.
You're saying other than me? Or you don't think you're my piece?
I'm not your piece. I am your piece more than 50% of the time.
That's a fair statement.
But I mean, that means 51. 51
It's like
to
70.
90. Yeah, but it's not always 70.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, I'm not your piece. You can't own me. Okay, I'm not a piece of meat. No, but for real, I don't think that's I'm not me being somebody's piece has never been my nature.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it can't be going forward.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I can't learn that. Doesn't mean I can't listen to that, because I do feel like I'm understanding what it means to be somebody's piece when it comes to certain people.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn what it means to be somebody's piece when it comes to my adult daughters.
Yes.
I'm starting to learn what it means to be that. I was never that in their whole life, but I'm starting to understand what it means to be that. And me getting it's very selfish, but getting the rewards of being somebody's piece in that level, like, you're an idiot if you don't want to be somebody's piece and learn how to be somebody's piece. It's insane how much growth and how much love and how much self-confidence and how much, like, you can get from being somebody's piece.
Yeah.
So I'm not anybody's source of peace. There's no way.
I don't agree, but
I don't believe that. I believe that I'm getting better at it for certain people,
what I'll say is,
but I don't need this, whatever you're going to say.
No, I know you don't need it. I don't care about you. People aren't calling you if you weren't their piece. People weren't calling you just for life and just talk about life if it didn't bring them some type of peace. That's the reason we get random phone calls from people. That's the reason people check in and say,
Right.
I was just thinking about you. Because literally, for somebody, in that moment, it may not be 100% of the time, but in that moment, you are somebody's piece. Otherwise, they wouldn't be contacting you.
I can hear that. I mean,
Because there are moments where, like, when Bailey needs help with a song and she's like, I need to call dad. And I know he's going to be the one that's going to help me, like, stop overthinking this and move
Stop the
through
voices
this.
in my head
Yes,
that
and
are
just be
destroying
like,
me.
This is how you do this, because that in that moment is the piece.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense.
So it might not be 100% of the time that you're this peaceful person for everybody, but people aren't calling you if they don't find that it's going to be peaceful for them. They just wouldn't do it.
It's kind of like, I mean, it was that same, like, if somebody's your piece and you see them on your phone and it pops up and it goes, mine has red heart, Sarah Hamilton, red heart, Sarah Elise Hamilton, red heart. When they're calling, I don't go, ugh.
Right.
What?
Hello. Right. You're not like dreading the conversation.
I'm like fumbling,
right.
Because I'm either using the bathroom, about to take a
shower.
shower. I'm trying to press speaker,
superpower.
and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss this call. That's how I feel on this end. So that means to me, you're my piece. Like when somebody calls you and you like, I have to answer this.
Yeah.
And I know it's not an emergency. Ariel when she calls, Ryan when he calls, Bailey when she calls, I'm like, I have to answer this.
Yeah.
Because I know that after this conversation, I'm gonna be in a great fucking mood.
Yeah. New language.
No, my bad. I'm gonna be in a great mood. I'm gonna be in a great mood.
Yeah.
And I know this. Even talking to you, I was like, why was I such a butthead? And I was like, oh yeah, it's like
She called me at 9 a.m.
she's like, because she called me and I was like I was trying to poop and I was like, of course the timing's off. She was like, oh my gosh, totally forgot you were asleep. What? I was like,
I've been up since 4. So I just assumed everyone's awake at this point.
what are you, 90 and retired? No, I just feel like there's certain people when they call, it's like, I have to answer this not because it's an emergency, because I know that I'm going to be my blood pressure is going to go down. My happiness is going to go way up.
Yeah.
My comfort's going to go way up. Like, I have to answer this. And that's you. Right now, it's you, Ariel, Ryan, and Bailey. Those are the people, when they call, I'm like, I know I'm going to be super happy at the end of this phone call.
And Lenny.
Well, that comes with when Ariel calls, like, it's a package deal right now. But once Lenny gets old enough to have her, I was like, yes, I'm going to answer this call.
Yeah.
Like, my granddaughter's like, it's going to be a while, but like, she has her own line. I was like, I would have to have no reception and be 35,000 miles in the air for me not to answer that phone.
Yeah.
I was like, I could be in the most important meeting of my life. I was like, my granddaughter's calling. You need to hold this meeting.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
But you do have to realize that people call you because it's peaceful. No
I don't
one's
know
calling
that.
you for stress.
That's true.
Because if they're if they know it's gonna be a stressful conversation, they're gonna send you a text message.
Oh, they would not call me.
No, they're gonna send you a
That's
text
fair.
message and be like,
Or just an email.
right.
Or like,
They're calling because
Or I'll call mom.
yeah. They're calling because they are hoping it's going to be a peaceful moment.
Yeah.
So you have to remember that you are someone's peace. It may not be 100% of the time, but you're people's peace. Otherwise, why would they call you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Calling people is insane.
I mean, your voice isn't that nice.
No, it's soothing if I want it to be soothing. It's sultry
Radio station
when I want it to be sultry.
There he goes.
Smooth jazz.
Okay.
I do have a good radio voice. I just don't know how to use it for the power of good.
I thought it was a good conversation.
All right.
I liked it.
So that's it. We're just ending on blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
No.
Work in progress.
Yes. We
Instead
are
of-
work in progress.
We're a whip, not a whap.
Oh,
We're a whip.
okay.
Whip, whip.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Do you want me to pick? I mean, I could pick a game.
No,
but-
I'm saying you have all the buttons and you could like,
Well,
you could
I
take
pushed-
over.
I pushed all the buttons.
You pushed all my buttons. That's for sure.
I can pick a game.
Depends on what you want to do. See, this is where I planned everything up until this point, and all she has to do is this. Am I wrong? You have a segment. You have what's up in your area is your segment, and then the end of kind of the tying up the show is like we're out or let's play a game or like those are your only two things you ever have to think about when it comes to this show.
Okay, we're gonna.
We don't have to do anything.
Shh. Stop talking. We're gonna play 2 rounds of the music game, and then we're out of here.
I was gonna.
Nope, it's too late.
Okay, by next time that we're streaming, we're gonna have like 3 new games. By the way,
Crazy.
well, I'm working on, not working on, but it's like there's 3 new games. We have eyeballs on. We're gonna probably play some Dub This because I really want to play that. You only played it like once. Really?
You have to make up your own lyrics.
Kind of,
Oh God.
kind of.
All right, so I'm asking Scooters 80 lyrics questions, and he's asking me
How many?
90.
You have to ask 80 of them.
80s. 80s.
You said 80 lyrics.
And I'm gonna pick ones I think people will know.
God, forsaken. Just play the game.
Okay. Why must George Clinton chase the cat?
Bow wow wow yip 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 bow. Just cat. Oh my gosh. Bow wow wow yip 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 bow wow yip 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 yip.
Come on, 80s, baby.
Um,
Or 90s.
that's an 80s, but it has a 70s vibe. I can't do it.
At the answer?
Yes, please.
Nothing but a dog to him. In him. That helpful?
That's not how the song goes. But
That's what it says. Nothing but the dog in him.
you ready for a Brandy question?
Let's go. Becca, you better be in the chat. Valerie,
No,
check
nobody's
in.
in the chat. They've given up on us.
Go.
Brandy
Mm-hmm.
said, "Friends may come and friends may go, but she wants you to know what."
Is it multiple choice?
Yeah.
I knew it.
A, that friends are forever. B, that she's got your back. C, the blood is thicker than water. D, that she'll cut you off too.
A.
The answer is B, that she's got your back.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
What song is
I
that?
have no idea. I don't never listen to Brandy.
Do you know who Stephanie Mills is?
No.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't mean I didn't know the song.
Stephanie Mills never knew a love like what?
Your own.
This.
Ah, see? That was close.
No. Here you go.
That was really good. That was really close. N, it's not right, but it's okay. Which night did Whitney's man supposedly go out with his friends?
Multiple choice.
No, it isn't. I mean, multiple choice is 7. There's 7. 7 nights.
I'm going to go on it. Saturday.
Friday.
Dang it.
Ugh.
In Conga, the Miami Sound Machine said they will party till they see what? Midnight, the break of day, tomorrow night, forever.
Break a day.
You're correct, sir. It's 1 point.
Yeah.
First from the 3.
Sound good. Ooh.
Good.
Somebody deleted a message.
Oh, weird.
Keith, you're getting aggressive in there. You're getting edited.
All right, next question.
All right. After Aaliyah wrote him a 4-page letter,
Oh.
front and back. It didn't say that, but 4-page letter. What did she enclose it with? Oh, come on.
Multiple choice.
Now it's
A kiss.
yes. There was no multiple choice.
All right. The Mary Jane girls said that they will be his sugar in the morning and what kind of stuff at night?
Oh my God.
Sexy, hot, sweet, cream.
Cream.
Sweet.
Dang it. I'd rather have cream.
Ew.
Well, it doesn't have to be sweet to be cream.
Just whipping cream.
Peaches and cream.
All right.
I nailed that. And pony. It even says, what is genuine looking for? It's like, you don't have to even say that. I'm not giving you multiple choice.
Yes.
A, love. B, a wife. C, a friend.
Partner.
See?
I just got it. That's what the
Yeah.
lyrics in my head.
D was a partner.
Looking for a partner.
Boom, boom, wow.
That's 2. When it came to Lisa taking him home, what was she wondering?
Oh, shoot. Come on. That's not multiple?
No.
That's Lisa and the Cult Jam.
Sure.
That's it. You know she wrote songs with freaking Prince.
Come on. You got this.
What is it? What is it?
When it came to Lisa taking him home, what was she wondering?
Can I keep you?
No. Would he still be in love with her?
Oh,
I was like,
at 6 in the morning.
sticks in the mountain.
Wanya from Boys to Men
Okay.
said he'll stop pointing fingers because the blame is on who?
Him.
Shit. That was multiple choice. That's dumb.
I rock this game.
My ear itches.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Oh, okay. In Secret Lovers, Barbara Weathers said that if they found out, what could it mess up?
Secret lovers. That's what we are. Is that how it goes?
I don't know. This is my music.
Or
I mean, I felt that's right. But what's it gonna mess up?
our lives?
Both their happy homes.
Oh, they weren't happy.
Nah, they were cheating on each other.
Well, I mean, they were happy because they were cheating on each other.
Oh, Keith said that's how it goes. You were right.
What?
You were right when you're singing it.
Oh,
He says that how it goes. He said yes.
I mean, because yeah, I remember that song.
All right.
I was like, this is a creepy song.
What's my next one? I got this.
Oh, okay. When you walk,
Through the valleys of the shadow at night. I said that wrong. I wrote the shadows in the
Oh.
valley of night. And take a look at my life and realize there's
right? I was like, I didn't know if you're going Bible Or you're going DMX, right? Was it DMX?
No.
Oh.
That's he had braids.
Coolio?
Coolio.
Yeah. That was the
As I
freaking...
walk through the valley.
That was the high school,
Yeah.
right?
Is it?
With Michelle Pfeiffer?
What is it now? As I walk through the
Wasn't it like... Hold on.
shadows of the valley at night.
Didn't freaking Weird Al do one?
Yeah.
A parody of it?
Yeah. I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left because I've been lasting and blasting so long that even my mama thinks that my life is gone, but I ain't never been so. Anyways.
But
continue.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Am I on the right track?
Yeah. It was a parody.
Had to do with school.
Yes.
Michelle Pfeiffer was
Yes.
like a principal or a teacher or
But
something.
I can't remember what that. Anyways.
That's
Continue.
messed. All right.
Gangster's Paradise. Thanks, Keith.
When you walk by every night talking sweet and looking fine, how does Mariah get?
Hectic inside. Oh, baby, I'm so into you, darling. If I only knew.
Keep going.
I can't. Oh, do I have to?
Yeah, because you didn't get it completely right. You're close.
It's the whole line?
It's kind of hectic inside. I don't know.
I forgot
You
it.
said hectic inside. And also, we have like somebody who's desperate for,
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is
siege-
CJ? Oh. Do you
Yeah.
want some food?
Almost an adult, like needing parents.
Maybe.
What
You
do I
probably-
what do I
Let's use
do?
his computer. All right, I got that one. Put it down. Ain't nothing going on but what?
What'd you say?
Ain't nothing going on but what?
Because I'm going a different direction. Because I'm thinking, ain't nothing wrong.
You're 80s.
That was 80s.
Bump and grind?
Yes.
No way.
Facts.
Nah.
Guarantee.
Nah.
Knocking boots.
The Rent.
Dang it.
Yours are hard.
You want me to say it my way or your way?
I don't know.
When did Jodeci
Oh, Jodeci.
want to start their love again?
Is it multiple choice?
We've had this question.
I don't remember.
A, later. B, tomorrow. C, tonight. D, next month.
Tonight.
Yes.
Good job, Jodeci. According to Cyndi Lauper, you better get this one. What
Why?
do girls just want to do?
Have fun.
Obviously. I'm
Uh.
kicking your behind.
Don't get like that. According to Mark from Blackstreet, if she walks away, what will she make a grown man do?
How much ground? Getting paid is a forte. Each and every day to play away. Can't get it out of my mind. I think about the girl all the time. East side, the west side. Can you say it one more time?
No. That is not
No, say it one more
that
time.
is
I didn't.
not what he said.
What is it? No, don't tell me the answer. Read the
According to Mark from Blackstreet,
Mm-hmm.
if she walks away, what will she make a grown man do?
I don't know.
Good.
What is it?
Cry.
Keith got it.
Later. You were waiting for somebody to get on there? Come on.
No. He got it a long time ago. He posted before I even.
So you've been cheating.
If I cheat, I would have said the answer.
Go.
Get another one. Jennifer Holiday said she's staying, and you're gonna do what?
Stay too.
Love her.
Oh, what?
I don't know who that is. I think 90s are the best.
I mean, they're the most common ground. I feel like there's too much.
Just like early 80s in here.
Yeah.
Let me.
Plus, I was a kid.
Okay, let's split these.
Like, according to Destiny's Child,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not giving you multiple choice then.
What?
What time was the club jumpin'? There's no way I'm giving
Ladies, leave your man at home. The girls.
you. Full grown.
Because
It's
it's 11:30 and the club is jumping.
Yes, it's 11:30.
I got it. Okay.
Even I feel like I would have got that.
You're not going to get that.
What is wrong with you?
Mary J. Blige says that you take her away and you bring her what? Home, the streets, paradise, heaven.
Heaven.
It's paradise.
Same.
It's not.
It's the same thing. I'm just. Come on. Do you know who Jade is?
I think so. Let's find out.
Jade needs a little more of what before they invest their love?
Is it multiple choice? And you don't want to give it to
No,
me?
it's not.
A little more time.
Yes. Such a chick answer.
Let me see. Jade. I actually don't know who Jade is.
I'm just saying that there's not even multiple choice.
Okay. It's Aaliyah. You should know this. What does Aaliyah think is so fly about him? His fit and ride, his car and house, his smile and his style, his lips and eyes.
Smile and a style.
Good job.
What two types?
I'm
What are you
listening.
laughing at?
You?
Why?
Look at your body language.
I've given up on life.
I
Okay?
know.
What two types of bodies? Sorry. What two types of bodies of water did TLC say to stick to?
Rivers and the lakes.
Yeah, I mean, I could have got that in my sleep. Because it was on what? The other guys.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Okay. Yeah, I just don't feel like you have a chance on these.
No, I don't have a
That'd be
chance
rough.
on any of this.
Okay. And I wanna be down. After Brandy looks at him, what did she feel something tell her?
What?
And I wanna be down. After Brandy looks at him, what does she feel something tell her?
What did she feel something tell her?
It's a weird question.
For her vagina? Like, well, I don't understand.
We're gonna go to a different one. It's worded weird. You don't know who that is. Okay, according to Whitney, what should happen if she stays? They'll end up having sex. She'll only be in the way. She'll regret it in the morning. He'll end up cheating.
She'll only be in the way.
Yes.
I mean, but that's not even her song. But that's fine. Isn't that that's a Dolly Parton song?
Yes.
It's totally fine. What does Ghost Town DJs say to do if your game is on?
Give me my choices.
Dang it. A. Come holla. B. Ask for the digits. C. Give me a call, boo. D. Get in your car and come through.
I'm gonna say C.
How?
Everyone I felt was called Boo in the 90s.
I can be your boo.
How long did Tevin Campbell want to talk?
What?
It's not multiple choice. How long did Tevin Campbell want to talk?
Is that the song with Mariah Carey?
I don't remember, honestly. Just give me a time frame.
How long?
Yeah.
Hours and hours.
Oh, is this one that goes something? It's only a minute. That's the answer. But I can't. I feel like I know how it goes, but I can't think of it.
No. I'm out.
Okay, last one.
Do you know Babyface?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Which holiday does Babyface say it feels like in June?
Christmas. Your look of disgust is awful.
It's awful. This is awful.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm trying to find one that I feel like. Oh, is that Lauren? Okay. In X Factor, what happens when Lauryn Hill tries to walk away?
What? I don't know.
He hurts himself to make her stay.
That's
It's not good. It's not a good relationship.
wow. Damaging.
Well, thanks, guys. I think we've decided that I'm the winner of this game.
Winner.
Winner.
I feel like you were playing this game by yourself.
Chicken
All right.
dinner.
All right, we're done. Love you guys. We will see you very soon. We'll see when we can do another live.
Yeah.
Maybe next weekend,
Yeah.
something. Maybe on your birthday. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But until then, go show up in real life for each other. Be good to each other. And be someone else's peace.
Yes. Bye.
And I loved it.